Hey everybody, this is Trisha with Happy Home Designs. I just wanted to jump on this morning and finish up a door hanger I have already started working on, and just show you guys how easy it is for me to take all of my elements and put them together at the end to complete a project. See, I've got a viewer or two out there. That's exciting. I know that I haven't been going on and saying, hey, I'm going to be live in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, because you never know exactly when I'm going to have time to go live, so I can't exactly pinpoint the exact time. Owen is asleep. He's the only child I have today, so this is just the right time to go live. Sorry, I'm having a cough. So what I'm going to be doing this morning is a door hanger. Let me get all my pieces together. Yeah, thank you. Right here. What I've started out with is, this is an 18-inch wood round. I get these from, you can get them at Lowe's, but I get them from Home Depot. They're quite a bit cheaper. Mark, will you come and X this out? There's a never mind, it's gone. Hey Brenda, I'm glad you're watching this morning. So this is an 18-inch wood round that I got from Home Depot. Like I said, you can get them at Lowe's, but they are considerably cheaper at Home Depot, so that's where I purchased them. I stained it a dark walnut, and then I put some white stripes on the front and distressed it a little bit. So this surface I've had done for a little while, several weeks actually, and just pulled it out and thought, okay, what am I going to do with that this morning? And I had also been working on some little trucks, fall trucks, so I decided to put the two things together. So what I have here is a little wooden truck that I had bought. It came, this is the back side of it, and you guys, I know everything looks backwards in the video. I can't figure out how to get it flipped over where I'm facing the right direction, but just bear with me. So this truck came just like this. That's what the front of it looked like too. This is the front after I painted it out. Painted it in turquoise and distressed it and did the tires, and it's got a couple little pumpkins in the back of it. So of course it is perfect for a fall project. So I decided this would be super cute on my wood round for a door hanger for the fall. So that's what I'm going to be working on. So let me show you first. I have learned the hard way the order in which to do things. I used to put my hanger on the back of the door rail last, but I have learned it's better to put it on first. Hey, when you join in, type in your name so I know that you're watching. I'm going to get my stripes lined up so I know when I lay it down. So what I do is, on the back, I use a piece of 5-inch burlap. I kind of fold it in thirds, like this, and this becomes my door hanger at the top. And you guys, I'm going to staple. I'm going to use an electric staple gun. So it is quite loud, so just bear with me just a minute. It won't take but a couple of seconds. Put a couple of staples in each one, so I've just got a Stanley tool. Okay, here comes a loud shot. Hold your ears. Staple that end. Now I've got the other end that I've got folded in thirds, and I just flip it over, make sure my distance is about the same. Hold your ears. Okay, turn that off. Should not need that again. Lay it down. So now this is what I have. There is my handle for my door hanger. Hey Anna, good morning. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got a 5-inch burlap door hanger on an 18-inch, 1-inch thick wood round that I have already painted out. And what I'm going to do is add this truck that I've already painted and distressed. And then I think what I'm going to use is this phrase. I know this is backwards to you guys. I'm sorry. I will eventually figure it out, how I can actually flip it so the words and everything will be correct, but it says pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. This is a transfer, just like my Chalk Couture transfers, but it's one that I purchased from somebody who makes them at home. so I can support her local business. But I'll be using that today with my Chalk Couture ink. So what I'm going to do is kind of decide my placement. Can you guys see? Yeah, I think you can. Of course, it's upside down. Decide my placement for my truck and for where my words will go. And then at the top, I'm going to have a bow with some pumpkins sticking out of it. So I think I want it kind of like this. I think I want my words to one side, my truck to the bottom, and then my bow will be up here, maybe off to the side a little bit. So I'm going to start by putting the truck in place so I know where exactly to place my words. What I do is I do use Gorilla wood glue when I'm gluing two pieces of wood together. However, it does take a long time for wood glue to set sometimes. Lay it down and get it squirted. So to hold it in place while I finish my project, after I get the wood glue on, because that's the permanent glue, I will use a little bit of hot glue because that does make it where I can pick it up and move my project around. So what's everybody up to today? Are you guys chilling out, relaxing? Trying to decide what work you're going to do later, maybe? As you guys join in, send me a message so I know who all is watching. Okay, got my hot glue gun. I'm just going to put some hot glue sporadically. You guys, this is a cordless hot glue gun. It's amazing. I have used the little ones, the little tiny handheld that you plug in, and they're great too. They work really well. But first of all, this one holds a lot more glue, and I don't have to have the cord in the way. Okay, so I've got my wood glue, Gorilla wood glue, and I also have my hot glue all over the back. Now I'm going to place it right up. Make sure I do it right. Right about there. Get it stuck down. And like I said, the hot glue will just hold it in place until that wood glue actually dries, and then I can continue to work on my project and pick it up. Glue seeping out a little bit, not the hot glue but the wood glue, but that's not a problem. It wipes off super easy. Oh, Brenda's chilling, and Anna is getting cuddles on the couch with the littlest one. Cuddles are cuddles. That's what Ryder calls cuddles, or cuggles with G's. I see part of my little pumpkin here is trying to raise up. I'm going to squirt a little bit of glue under it. Okay. Alright, so now I have my truck. It's stuck on there. It shows up on the stripes really well, so I'm excited about that. Okay, let me lay this back down. Okay, I'm doing my pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes, and I want it to match my truck. This particular stencil is not super sticky, but that's okay. It still works. And thankfully, I've got the lines on my wood round that I painted on there are letting me know whether I've got it on there straight or not. I'm going to be using some green for the greenery. The word pumpkin and harvest are going to be in orange. Kisses and wishes will be in turquoise to match the truck. Green, and maybe the gold for the and. I'm not really sure. Let me get this going real fast. It'll only take a couple of minutes. I'm going to start with my orange. These are Chalkology inks from Chalk Couture. I do use these because they're permanent and they don't have to be unsealed. So all I do is get a little bit of ink on my squeegee and just literally wipe it over the words. So I've got orange for my pumpkin, the word pumpkin. Can you guys see that? If you're having trouble with the words, is something wrong? Okay. If you're having trouble seeing the project, swipe everybody's comments out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here on the table. So I will tell you guys what happened to me this morning, just a few minutes ago, actually, maybe a half hour ago. I was rushing around upstairs trying to get all my project stuff together so I could come down here and go live. And most of you know, when you're living with children right now, and grandchildren. Our bedroom is upstairs, and that's also Mark's office, where he's working from, and it's also my craft space where I'm working from. But then I want to go live downstairs where I have a nice, clean, neat table. So, hi Aunt Carol, how are you? So anyway, I'm rushing around trying to get all my pieces together and make sure I don't forget anything I'm going to need. And I get up and I'm trying to be quick, and I've got on flip-flops. And of course, my flip-flop sticks to the carpet, and I twist my ankle, and I took a tumble all the way down. My right knee is all swollen up. It is really, really red. It's got some carpet burn. It actually hurts. So yeah, that's the way my day started off. And what's great about it is no matter how much noise I made, it didn't wake Owen up. And he was in the room across the hall, so I was glad for that. But Mark did get to see the whole thing, so he witnessed my tumble. I told him that's an image he will never forget, I'm sure. He did laugh a little bit, not until after he knew I was okay, but he did laugh, which I guess it was laugh worthy. Hey Jess, good morning. Hey Tony. I do hope I feel better too. Thank you, Tony. I am going to the chiropractor this evening, so maybe if I jarred anything in my back, he can take care of that for me. But for right now, it's just a little painful. Tony, how are things in Murfreesboro this morning? What's the weather like where everybody is? Aunt Carol, what's it like in West Virginia? I haven't been outside, but I think it's nice and cool and wet out there right now. I'm going to lift this a little bit to make sure part of my orange didn't come through. I'm going to go back and fix that. I thought I didn't get it all the way to the edge of my words, and I was right. My E is still a little messed up. You guys, you know the great thing about crafting and making objects to sell or for yourself or whatever is if you make a mistake, you can always go back and fix it. Oh, Anna, I forgot we're going shopping tomorrow. Yes, it would not be good if I'm still all achy tomorrow. Me, all achy, you, a 7-week-old and a 20-month-old, I don't think that would be good. Speaking of tomorrow, Anna and I are going to, what's it called, Anna? Mistletoe and Merchants in Lebanon, Tennessee at the Farm Bureau Expo Center. It goes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't have a booth there, but I'm excited that they're actually having the event. So we're going to go and scout things out and maybe do a little shopping ourselves, but I'm also looking for ideas for Christmas projects. So that's where I'll be tomorrow. So I'm thinking we'll take a few minutes and just do a quick live while we're there. Tell me, would you guys be interested in kind of seeing what the Merchants, let's see, Mistletoe and Merchants is like in Lebanon, Tennessee? If you're in the Middle Tennessee area, maybe it'll give you an idea of whether you want to go check it out yourself this weekend. So we can go do your preview for you. How about that? Tony, I do custom porch signs. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, here's what I have. I do custom porch signs. I can do double-sided, single-sided, whatever you want. So you just kind of have to let me know. I do have one I just completed this morning that is a custom, but it's one that I just did to sell. But it is fall on one side and Christmas on the other. And Mark, if you are watching, you could bring that door sign down here, and that way I can show everybody. Okay, I'm just going to close up my inks so they don't dry out. Let me show you what I have so far. Okay, we have our truck, and remember, I know that these words are backwards, you guys, but believe me, I put them on correctly. It says Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes, and got ink on my finger. it matches. I did that so that the kisses and wishes will match that truck. Can you see that? It's super cute. Okay, now the ink does take a little while to dry, but it's not going to hurt for me to go ahead and finish out the project. All I have to do now is make us a cute bow. I have already brought down all of my stuff that I'll need. I've got some raffia. Decline a phone call here. I have got a couple of strips of burlap. I'm trying to read. Hey Rita, nice to see you join us this morning. I am working on a fall door hanger for the front door that's got a little turquoise truck on it. It says pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. Okay, I've got some orange and turquoise ribbon. I have got some checked orange ribbon. And these are some polka dot burlap. And then a couple of little pieces of brown because there was some brown at the bottom of the truck. And then my raffia. Now, you guys, I showed a couple of days ago the kind of bow that I'm making for the fall projects. It seems to be what looks the best, especially if you're using raffia in a project. It's a messy bow, or it's called the refabbed bow. And I'm kind of stealing this idea from Brooke Riley at Refabbed. And this is the kind of bow that she uses, and you guys, it's so easy. So if you can't make one of those big loop-de-loop bows, which I can, it just takes me a long time. But if you can't make one, that's fine. Everybody can make this. Literally, all you do is you take your fabrics and you crisscross them. So I kind of made an X with my two pieces. A two-sided porch sign, Tony. Oh, that's perfect. You can have her message me. I'll be glad. Hey, I'll tell you my cell phone number too. If you want to jot this down, it's 931-703-1558. So any of you guys can text me. So basically you just make an X and then you layer your ribbons on top. So I've got the burlap in the back and I've got the orange on top. Most people, when they make a messy bow, they actually just flop all their colors together. It doesn't really matter if they match or, you know, anything like that. That is something that I do a little bit different, is I do like for my bow to, it's the neat part of my brain. So I make everything in a perfect X and I layer all my colors exactly the same. All right, so what I have is burlap, orange check, blue and orange check, and white polka dot. And I'm gonna grab some raffia. Okay, raffia is a mess. I'll drop some in the floor. It's kind of hard to work with, but it's so cute. I mean, doesn't it remind you of a scarecrow? I think that's why I like it on all the fall projects. Because it just, I don't know, make hay and scarecrows, it just kind of makes you feel all fall-y. Hey, Lexi, how are you this morning? Maybe you're watching in between classes. Okay, so I literally just take this back and forth as if it's a bow, like that. It's not perfect, it's okay. This I can straighten out later. And I'm just gonna take, there's my X, and I literally just lay it in the middle of the X like that. And then I've got two little strips of this brown that's got orange fall leaves on it. I'm gonna put this on upside down on my X, and I'll show you why I'm doing it upside down in a minute, if it works right. My luck, it won't work right. Hey Diane, I'm glad to see that you caught me live this morning. Hope everybody is doing okay. All right, now I just laid a piece of jute across the middle of it. I flipped it upside down, and then I tie it really tight. And believe me, when you're working with burlap, you can never get it quite tight enough. Hey, you guys, if you'll do me a favor this morning, if you will sprinkle this video, just hit that button down at the bottom of your screen that says SHARE, and let this video play on your pages and show your friends what you've been watching this morning. I would greatly appreciate that. It has really helped me to grow how many people actually follow my page, which is the Happy Home Designs page. But it's really helped. Okay, I'm going to leave the the raffia kind of crazy right now, but these two little brown strips that I laid on there upside down, I'm going to tie each one of them in a little knot so that the orange on the outside will show. I don't know if you guys can see my hands or not. And that way you can see the orange. If I had tied them in a knot after I'd laid them the correct way, then the orange would have been on the bottom. And that's not what we wanted. I wanted the cute little fall color to show. Well, one of them went right. So this is what I have so far. It's kind of crazy. And now all I have to do is fluff it and trim it up. I'm going to go back to each one of these loops and just run my scissors through. Break the loops open. If I got all the ones on that end. This is where I just folded it like a bow. So you guys, I said for Mark, who I thought was watching the video, to bring me my double-sided door or porch leaner that I just finished up this morning, to bring it down so I could show you guys. And Anna even texted him and told him to bring it to me. And then I realized that the reason I knew Anna texted him was because I have his phone. So he has no clue unless he's watching it on the computer. But I use his phone laying beside me, and that way I can see all of your comments because the phone in front of me is too far away and I can't see. Okay, so here's my bow. You just kind of spread things out. Oh, he was watching on the computer. Okay, I'm going to pause just for a minute and show you guys this. Can you hand it to me? Okay, this is a 4-foot porch leaner I just finished this morning. This is a plaid pumpkin at the top, and it's actually a pumpkin that's glued on, and it says hello fall, and then there's some fall flowers at the bottom. You see that? This is gray distressed on this side, and then when you turn it around, so you have that out at fall time, you get ready to change your decorations, you know, Thanksgiving weekend like we all do. The other side says be merry. The B is on a little chalkboard piece of wood, and then you have your Christmas messy bow at the top. So that's a double-sided 4-foot board. So that's just one example. Thank you, babe. One example of some of the ones that we can do. You can put, you can just do welcome on one side so it's out all year, and then a Christmas on the other, or whatever you want to do. Any 2 seasons that you want. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Tony. Anna, you did try to get Mark, but I'm glad he was watching on the computer. Okay, so here's my bow. It's a little crazy. That's okay. That's what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to glue this in the top corner. Get my mess off. I could have made it a little bit bigger. Okay, so let me go back. Hold on, I'm bending over out of the screen. Let me make sure my shirt's pulled down. If I can reach this. I thought I didn't need my stapler anymore, but I do. So what I do for outdoor projects, I hot glue my bow on, but then I take the stapler in and I actually staple it to the back too, so that I know it won't come off. So get a little glue going, just a double security there. And then I'm gonna flop them in the corner. Yeah, I could have made it a little bit bigger, but you know what? I think I have something. Hey, Mandy. Jessica, yeah, you tell your grandmother that she needs it. I can hook her up. The double-sided porch leaners are great because if you want to change out for your seasons, that gets you 2 seasons without having to haul it in and out of the attic for the next one or whatever. So it comes in handy. Here, I'm still trimming off some of my raffia. It's a little crazy. Okay, so let me show you what we have so far. We have the truck, the pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes, and then our little crazy bow on the side. But I'm thinking it's a little bare here, so I have some pumpkins. These are super cute pumpkins. Actually, they're a little more expensive than I would normally use on an outdoor project, but we're going to use them on these. They are velvet pumpkins. I think I got these. Yes, I got these at Hobby Lobby. They were $6.99 for the stem, but of course, you know, their fall is always 40% off. So $70, $1.40, $2.80 off of $6.99. But I knew it's got these cute little curly Q things on it, like this. Let me stretch this one out. Look, isn't that cute? Can you guys see that? I think I'm going to cut some of these off and I'm going to add them. Jessica, you love the door hanger. Is that what you're talking about? I've got some wire cutters here and I'm going to cut off some of this and I'm going to stick spriggles and some pumpkins out of the from underneath. Okay, so when I cut this off, look, I only have a little stem at the bottom to work with gluing in, but I will also probably staple that in. Let me get a few off. Like I said, normally I wouldn't use velvet, but I thought these were so cute. How many would think I need? Maybe 3. Let me get a bigger one. There's some tiny ones and some big ones. The thing is, then I'll have the rest of this for another project or 2. At this rate, if I've used 2 sprigs, 2 curly Qs, and 3 pumpkins, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 pumpkins left and 2 more big curly Qs. So that's easily 2 or 3 more projects that I will get out of that 1 pumpkin. Thank you, Diane. Jessica, you may need this door hanger. If I don't sell it this week, it will be going to our Gallatin, our first in-person vendor event since February, that's in Gallatin next Saturday on October the 3rd. I cannot believe we're talking about October, okay? It's already October, almost. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the tip of my little curly Q, and then I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to take my stapler and staple across it too, just to make sure that it's not going to come off. So I just got a little glue started, and I'm just going to pick up part of my bow. Actually, I put this one inside the bow. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to go back with the stapler in a minute, okay? I'm going to staple the bow and the pumpkins. Let's find a spot for this pumpkin. Let's see. Just try to place them around until I figure I may need a couple more, actually, to make it look even. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I usually like to do things in odd numbers and not even, because it just makes more sense for things not to be so symmetrical, but we'll see. Okay, so I am going to stick this hot glue through the burlap and then mash it down to the board. Let me hold it for a second. Actually, Diane, I only came across 3 of these little trucks that I put on here, and I snatched up all 3 of them, and I'm so glad that I did. And I've already painted out all the trucks. I always have wood rounds, so if you want another one, if you want this one or another one, that's totally fine. I can make one just like it, or if you think that you want it to look a little bit different, I can do that as well. That is not a problem. Okay, a little bit of glue on the end of my stem. Let it drip. I'll show you guys what I have here in a minute. I really need one of those finger protectors. I think I've hot glued several layers of skin off recently. But you know, if I had one, I probably wouldn't use it. It would be one of those things I have to run and grab or whatever. So Aunt Carol, you said it was, I think you told me it was cool where you're at this morning, and cloudy in West Virginia. It's cloudy here too. It's been raining all night, drizzled all the afternoon yesterday. Okay, here's that other little sprig, curly Q, whatever you want to call these. They're super cute, whatever they are. Let me see, I'm gonna put this one in on the other side. It's kind of in the middle of the bow under the raffia. Let it stick out some. Oh, how cute! I love it when I start just taking things and putting them together and they turn out cute. That is part of what I love about my job. Sometimes I have no clue when I start how something is going to turn out. Now my traditional signs, my, hot glue. I did it, I burned myself. My traditional signs, farmhouse signs, those I can pretty much tell you how they're going to turn out. They are always super cute. And I love them. But there's something about fall and Christmas decor, you guys, and spring decor too. When you're trying to do something a little different, there's just something about it when you start adding all these different elements that just makes you smile. And it kind of gets your creative juices going, and you just think, oh, I can change that, or I can add that, or whatever. And it just, before you know it, your project is taking on a new life. Okay, so what do you think about the pumpkins? There are 3 in there. Maybe I need one up in the top over here. I've got some curly cues sticking out. What do you guys think? I'm going to wait a minute because I know. Oh, okay, Diane, you can show me a picture. Painting your door. Okay. I can do that. I know that the video that you guys are seeing is a few seconds behind, so I'm going to wait. I want you guys to give me opinions on, do I add another pumpkin or not. I'm going to go ahead and cut one off just in case you say yes. But I'm thinking it needs to be a small one if I do another one. Maybe a curly up top, Brenda? I do have more curlies. It needs something for sure. I've got it kind of bottom heavy, I think. That sounds like me, bottom heavy. Curl would be good, Anna. I'm going to make it curl a little bit more. I'm going to keep twisting it until it actually makes a, like that. Okay, let me get some glue going. And after this, I'm going to have to go back through and put my staples on to make sure everything's good and secure. So right in the middle at the top. If I can get it to stick down. I accidentally hot glued part of my ribbon I didn't intend to. That's okay. Okay. So like that. You see? Is that enough, or does it need another pumpkin? I actually think that's cute. This is what we've got. Truck is down here. There's my pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. I just touched it with my finger. And it's not dry yet. That looks good. Okay, Brenda said no pumpkin. Jessica said it looks good. I'm going to believe you guys and go with that. Okay, so bear with me again. I'm going to get out the stapler. And what I'm going to do is just straddle my staple across the stems of these pumpkins. Hold on just 1 second. Let me catch up on some of my messages. Okay. All right, so I'm going to straddle the pumpkin, or straddle my staple gun bead across the base. Press it down. There we go. Now that guy, he's not coming out. He's glued and he's stapled in place. Y'all, it's so cute. Let me get my bow out of the way here. I didn't have that mashed down. That's a wasted staple. Put the bow back over. Let me do this one. I was a little concerned about. Bear with me. Hey Mandy, I see your message, but I can't read it right now. It's too far away from me. The phone closest to me is Mark's. So text Mark's phone and then I can read it. Unless it's just something I need to know later. Okay, I've got one more pumpkin I want to get in place. Make sure that it's good and secure. It's this guy right here. Actually, I think he's good, but I'm just going to make sure. And again, I'm just straddling the feed part of my stapler across the stem and shooting a staple in it. Okay, I think we're good. Turn that off, put it down. Okay, here we go. Another project in the books. I am so glad that you guys watched me this morning, join me live. I'm trying to get the feel of this live stuff. It's so out of character for me, but I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy seeing, thank you Tony, I do enjoy seeing your comments come across. So if you will, again, sprinkle the video. Hit the button in the bottom right hand corner. Give me some hearts, give me thumbs up, sprinkle, tell your friends to watch the video. Like I said, this is for sale. It's available, but I can also make more. I have 2 more trucks. I only have 3, but I can pretty much make anything that you want. Hey Cindy, thank you. I pretty much make anything that you want within reason, I guess. But again, I want to tell you that even though I may have just a few people that are watching live, you guys, a video of mine from 2 weeks ago, one day last week, I can't remember, a week and a half ago, you know, we're up to like 700 views. I'm excited about that. So I'm trying to grow this page, and this is one way to do it, is by having my people that watch me and my friends. Oh, and oh yeah, I don't have a red truck. I've already painted them all turquoise. But let me see if I can find more trucks. I'll work on that. But anyway, having all of you guys help support me, really, first of all, it helps me mentally. And second of all, it helps the business, because those views end up being page likes, end up being follows, and end up being customers. And we really appreciate that. So I'm going to let you go for today, clean up some of my mess, because the baby should be waking up any time. And hopefully I will be live tomorrow from, what's it called? Mistletoe Merchants in Lebanon, Tennessee. I will show you guys what kind of Christmas items are out and what I think I can make for you, maybe. Kind of steal some ideas here and there. And I'll just enjoy the start of my weekend. Thank you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Don't forget to sprinkle the video. Thanks. Bye.